One must photograph in such a way that if one threw the photograph in a window, the pane would break. A photograph takes on a life of its own, running about the world, affecting people, affecting reality, giving everyone the wrong impression. It thinks it's real. I'm talking about beauty and art. These are the things that last in eternity. They resonate deep within us, and we constantly see echoes of this impermanent beauty in our imagination. I once dreamed a dream that was so beautiful I had to make it real. I wanted to touch it, make its existence tangible so everyone could see the beauty, so everyone could experience such greatness that only few are even capable of seeing. Man's greatest emotion has to be an understanding of time, an understanding that things change. An emotion may last, say, an hour or a year, but photographs, beauty, they are everlasting, but only in our recollection of them, only in our thoughts, memories, and in the false realities in which we as artists create. This is all very didactic, I know, even cliché if you perceive it like that. Perhaps you will think this is all trite, boring, artsy nonsense that flies right above your head, like an airplane that zooms far off into the distance, but you only realize you just missed it as you watch it disappear thoughtlessly in the sky. I'm now going to show you the beauty that I see. Perhaps none of this is beautiful to you. Maybe you think I'm just some stupid, egocentric artist creating pretty eye candy for all the lowly humans to admire. But I'm not. Try to witness the beauty as it unfolds. Try to piece things together like I do. Try to deconstruct the construction. There is beauty in the process. Life is so very true when taken in its entirety that even the lie gloriously shares in this unwavering truth. What if I did make all this up? Who cares? Making things up is what reason likes best. Lies are just as real as facts. Truth can be found in the most illogical, irrational, nonsensical of places. Indeed, beauty too can be found in the most mundane, ordinary, prosaic crevices of the world. I'm going to photograph in such a way that when I throw a photograph in a mirror, the glass will shatter into thousands of little pieces, and you will have to piece them back together to form the beauty that was so powerful it defied logic itself.
What's the first sequence about? I mean, I'm not really good at analyzing this kind of stuff. But I mean, I feel like it's about photography and images and how they fit together. You know, like the part at the end where you put the image of the greasy paper bag together, you know, piece by piece. I liked how you manipulated all the images. Oh, you didn't? Well, what did you do? I mean, I'm not an artist. I mean, it seemed very artsy. I liked it though. Yeah, of course I liked it. How do the words connect to the images? Well, I mean, I guess what you were saying seemed to relate to how you were forming the images. I mean, I guess the meaning of the words was the same as the meaning you were imposing on the images. Is that right? Oh, come on, Eve. I don't know what you're thinking or what you were trying to do. Listen, it's cool. I liked it.
Yay.
It's kind of okay.
So I had such a bad day today. First I woke up late, had to hurry and get ready. Then I was walking outside on my way to class and I slipped on the icy pathway. No one came to help me. The ground looked somewhat sympathetic, I guess. Then I made my way to class only to realize I'd forgotten that it had been canceled because of the blizzard. I sat there for 20 minutes staring at the clock, waiting for someone to come. But no one ever did.
That's not what happened, Eve. Try again.
Well, that's just fucking awesome. Like, I mean, like how the rhythm and the beat of the words you spoke directly relating to the pacing of the images, that was sweet. I guess there were some parts that didn't exactly flow right, but it seemed intentional. Was it? Oh, good, okay. But, I mean, like, what were the images about? Well, what do you mean it doesn't matter? Oh, they were all from a room? Objects. What do you mean the protagonist was the room, not a person? You're too artsy for me, Eve. How do the words connect to the images? Well, I mean, the images didn't really seem to have any direct relationship with the words. The relationship was in their connection with each other, how each word spoken referred to a specific image. Is that right? I mean, like, images and words had a direct link, but not through their meaning, through their form, not function. Or, function, not form. I'm confused. Is it about the process? No, that was the first sequence.
So I had such a bad day today. I went to class, and on my walk back, I came up to the door and realized I had forgotten my keys. I was completely locked out. I just walked around my building, looking at people's windows, being a total creeper, trying to find any way I could possibly get in. I tried climbing up the fire escape, I tried knocking on the door, peering inside, but no one was there. I was stuck outside in the cold for a whole hour until finally someone came to let me in. It was horrible. I hate wasting time. Where did everyone go? Why was I so alone? Why didn't I just have my stupid keys? Sometimes I wonder where all the beauty in the world went. I just can't see anything to be happy about. I only see sadness and pain. Well, that's incorrect. I don't see sadness and pain. I feel sadness and pain. Aren't words funny like that? Everyone says they can see emotions. No, they can't. Those liars.
Eve, tell the truth. That's not what happened today either. Last try.
What's this third sequence about? Well, I like how you see the images before you hear the explanation of what's going on, you know? Like, you see all these images, they look like a narrative, I guess. But then you don't hear anything until after, when I see you on your bed and I can hear you explaining the images. I mean, you kind of have to remember the images to understand the story later. And it's interesting how your story changes, how this man's voice interjects and tells you what happened to you and insists that you're lying. It's kind of funny. I mean, the ending is sad, though. What connects all three? I guess the idea of beauty.
Well, as you know by now, I had a horrible day. You're probably not going to think it's that horrible, but what was so horrible was that I did absolutely nothing today. I didn't fall on the ice, I didn't go to any canceled class, I didn't get locked out of my room. All of those problems would be so utterly insignificant to my real problem. I feel like I'm having panic attacks. When I panic, I just freeze up. I can't do anything. Not being prepared is my worst nightmare. I know it's probably not your worst nightmare, but it's mine. Beauty is universal, but sadness, hopelessness, that's all subjective, and today my nightmare has become my reality. Ugh, that sounds so cliché, so trite. Whenever I try to be poetic, I fail. I'm just incapable of seeing any beauty at this point. All I see is piles of work waiting to get done. My camera waiting for me to pick it up. I'm done trying. I give up. This is all the truth. My life is just one giant panic attack. Imagine that. Now who's the lucky one? What I care about is my work. My work is my life, and I can't work right now. Just let me sleep. Let me sleep, please.
Eve, you're insane. And I am your insanity. Tomorrow when you wake up, everything will make sense. Words will relate to images, meanings will be defined, and life will be beautiful. Why? I don't think a reason is necessary. Your whole story is logical, but not rational. But that doesn't mean that beauty is lost. Just calm down, stop being so obsessive. You'll get your work done. Stop panicking.
In the times when beauty comes, I want them to last. But I know that they can't. I can only see quick sparks of beauty. To be only to see quick flashes of beauty is hard. At least I can see the whole image at once. I do not have to piece the images together. I do not have to piece the meaning together. These images move too fast for you to see them. Maybe you can see them a bit, but maybe you can't see them at all. These images are real and complete. I did not want to confuse you. Do you feel confused at this moment? I bet that you are less puzzled than you were. At least you can see everything, right? The only issue that I can think of is the pace of the images. Sorry for that. It will get easier. Things will begin to slow down. Just wait.